Film is an art form whose critics consistently find a way to understand. Just as anything else that's sublime and infinite, there are many ways to interpret it as a piece of testament. Who is the author of this piece? They ask. After some introspection and thought, they came up with the Auteur theory, which designates the director as the author of a movie. Now, how accurate is that? After World War II ended, French film critics saw a tendency of creative decisions in early Hollywood movies, so they decided to start their own creative movement known as the French New Wave. Then known as Le Politique d'Auteur, it was properly coined by American film critic Andrew Harris of the Auteur theory, as he thoroughly explained in his article Notes of the Auteur Theory in 1962. In order for a director to be an auteur, according to Harris, one must check off three important premises. 1. The director must be technically competent. 2. The director must have a consistent signature style. And 3. The director must include interior meaning. First premise talks about is that a director must be knowledgeable in his tools to direct a movie, and that anything else that is considered mediocre should be disqualified. The second premise dictates that the director must follow a style of storytelling that automatically identifies the one in charge of the motion picture. The final premise pretty much demands for symbolism consistent with the director's filmography. This theory, proven right by the morbid nature of Hitchcock, the lack of humanity of Kubrick, the undying enthusiasm of Chaplin, and others, have given these auteurs authorial power, pretty much fading anyone who isn't a director. There has been a debate that involved names like Wells and Makowicz, Iñárritu and Arriaga, Coppola and Puzo, between others, in regards of who's the actual author of a movie, the writer or the director. That's where this new authorial theory comes up and presents itself as the Schreiber theory. This theory, coined by David Morris Gibbon in the 2006 manifesto The Schreiber Theory, a radical rewrite of American film history, claims that the writer is in fact the legitimate author of a movie. Compared to the auteur theory, the writer checks off the last two premises, and it is well supported. Charlotte Kaufman, a well-known example, Eric Roth as well, Quentin Tarantino and Woody Allen, who are also directors, and even Lawrence Kasdan, who does the trick as well. However, it met fair criticism because of the writer's lack of final cut privilege, and besides, the theory still didn't recognize all talent present in the movie. But this one does. Coined informally by Paul Sellers, the collaborative theory credits everyone involved in the production as the authors of the movie, mainly criticized because one is unsure of their motives for doing a movie and that there are many people to grab credit for. This theory still has potential. Authorship aside, filmmaking is still a collaborative process. Everyone is integral to the production and everyone has the talent to deliver to the production. Altogether, they all fulfill the three original premises of the original authorial theory. A whole consisted of parts.
Someone like Roger Deakins can sell a film, who's a cinematographer, because people are interested in his kind of style. So he'll work across a number of different directors, and yet you could make the same argument about him. He has the same sort of consistency of style, same kinds of looks, same kinds of techniques that he uses. And that, I think a lot of people are becoming more interested in who are other people involved in the film production process who have some say in the molding of it.
Suffice it to say, moviegoers are comfortable with granting credit where credit is due. And why wouldn't they? The cinematography of Emmanuel Lubezki is stylistic, Roger Deakins is immortal at best, Wally Pavter is ambitious, Robert Richardson is maniac, Rachel Morrison is cheating, Bradford Young is self-disclosed, Larry Smith is cynical, the editing of Stefan Miron is raw, Kirk Baxter is self-destructing, Sally Mankey's is bloody, Thomas Schumacher's is violent but organized, and that's just the tip of the iceberg, and one could keep going without finishing soon. Film is not a one-man shop. Film is the ultimate sport, and everyone's part of the team. It is uncertain to know what would happen to the auteur theory, but everyone else is getting more recognition as well. Ergo, film analysis must find a way to cover all the artistic voices of a movie. If it takes a very long while to develop the perfect undefeatable theory, then so be it. In the meantime, analysis is temporary, but film is forever.